good afternoon, good evening. 23 minutes past the top of the hour. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope your Monday is fantastic. Hope you're looking forward to a easy, beautiful week ahead of you. Karibuni sana. Hope your weekend was also amazing, a restful one, or a good one, whatever you did get to do during the weekend. Karibuni sana. To everyone live with us on YouTube, Rumble, everyone with us on BitChute, everyone on the radio station, and to those who get to listen to this on a replay, also on Spotify, rather Spreaker. Hope you guys get to enjoy. To everyone who's there for the first time, kindly subscribe and follow us. It depends what would you love to check. I don't know what's going on outside, but it's a lot of noise. But anyway, karibuni sana. We got Mr. Black of Fight in the
There's a lot
building.
of noise. That's probably your boy when to come get you some flowers for the date Saturday night.
Always in the day. You don't see everywhere. Why you
People
like
want to
that?
know. People want to know you living your best life, Joby.
I know, of course, I mean, but they don't know about my date. That's the
All
sad part.
right. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, let me explain it.
You might, might be
I'm not
chasing
kidding.
might be chasing my potential here on the chat. You never know, or
Uh,
maybe my
uh, I'm just.
um
I was. Joby had her first date in a while, so and it went well. That's all. That's all we saying.
yeah, well, yeah, but I don't want anything to do with that. That's all. It's a good date. Nothing
Yeah. Good
major
date, Jay.
or
He
anything.
took her to KFC. Shit. Brought something back to the house. Something. Whatever the hell. I don't know.
Yeah, I me. I love KFC and I was lazy to cook, so that's all I could order and bunch of milkshakes. I can say I took a lot of bunch of milkshakes like
Oh,
that.
you got him to drink a bunch of milkshakes.
I was telling him to buy, not me.
Oh, told him to buy it. Okay, well, you got him
Yeah,
to buy. You got him to buy you a bunch of milkshakes.
yeah, because I was just craving milkshakes, so that's all I wanted. So yeah.
Look at that. Uh oh. Uh oh. Watch out.
You're crazy. But anyway, Karibuni Sana, don't pay attention to kids. Hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. Let us know how you spent your weekend. I see Unsunken one in the building. Shout out to K. Williams if you're there listening, and to everyone on the chat who's joining. I see Unsunken one says, Lord Joby, did you bag your South Africa? Not yet, man. I wish. I'm not in a rush. I just discovered I'm not in a rush for a relationship, so I'm cool, man. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not in entertain anyone yet, so I'm cool. I'm okay for now. I'm very, very much okay. But anyway, Karibuni shall be talking about, of course, everything that has been happening during the weekend. That is the Super Bowl. We saw Kendrick performing, Caesar over there. We also have, of course, some memes going viral because I didn't know Serena Williams was dating Drake back then, but shout out to her. And we're also going to be talking about China imposing tariffs on energy and vehicles. And this reminds me of the conversation we were having last week about how America has failed to literally innovate and build a
No,
lot.
never
Now,
innovated nothing. Exactly.
yeah, we see now China might be able maybe to completely take over a few things.
But China's putting a power move on America. See, Donald Trump is there and put that. They trying to destroy the country. So these morons ain't figured out. He's doing some good and bad. This is such a good. It's like a very sophisticated because he's doing good stuff with bad stuff because he's showing people, hey, this is the corruption that's been going on. This is the LGBT shit they've been supporting around the world. This is the money they've been stealing with this fake USA aid shit. Like I was talking to him about that Ilhan Omar broad, this fake Somali bitch who's from now lives in America. Now she's a congresswoman. Well, we're gonna put this up because I'm not sure. They say she married her own brother
Yeah,
to get him citizenship in America, right?
yeah,
Yeah. And now, of course, she was broke when she got here from poor ass Somalia. But now her ass is worth like $80 million. How? She ain't never had no business, no job because it's like Africa. She's in the government. They've been stealing through that USA shit. How she got $80 million and she ain't never done shit but fucking marry her brother or cousin. Pull us up, Joby. Say the ill hand It's ILHAN Omar OMAR. Congressman Ilhan Omar married her brother. Then she married him and divorced him to get him over in America. And then then let's ask what the fuck is her net worth. See, they put their puppets in it, these Somali motherfuckers, because they'll do their bidding. Watch her ass is in Congress right now with a sorry ass.
Just a minute. Okay, so see this one. Let me share my screen. That's crazy.
I think it would be crazy to marry your brother, Joby.
Of course, it is crazy. What are you talking about? It's crazy, but the Somalis do it somehow if she's Somalian. But yeah, they're saying that did Ilan Omar marry her brother? Yeah, her hometown newspaper investigated and told us what they found. So let's go to the
Yeah,
article.
see? So she get him out of old dirty ass Somalia in the United States. She married her brother. And this motherfucker's a congresswoman in Congress. You know, most Americans are.
Yeah, so they're saying for years, critics of that is, she's a Republican, Ilan Omar, have raised questions about her marriages and made the explosive claim that she married her brother. As Omar has become a frequent target of attacks by President Donald Trump, allies of the president have only ramped up their criticisms of the congresswoman who was a refuge and is now a naturalized U.S.
Yeah,
citizen.
she was a refugee, exactly, a refugee. Now she a congresswoman because they put her in there, guys. She doesn't, but they found, and she was a poor refugee. She's a refugee. She was broke, fucked up, impoverished. She haven't had no business. So when Joby does that, we gonna now go to what her net worth. We sit there and laugh at her net worth. I found her as like $80 million. $80 million from fucking where? She was a Somali refugee. And now she's a congresswoman in America? How's that happen? How's that happen? Motherfucker ain't even American. She's from fucking Somali. And a refugee. Oh, no business. Now she's supposed to be worth $80 million. That's the corruption of that USAID shit. That's why these Democrats are going crazy. That's how they pay people off. It's a slush fund. So Trump is doing good with that, exposing that shit. But they just gonna move the money into something else. Watch. They're not gonna let that go. That's the CIA and everybody's slush fund. That's how they support this debaucherous homosexual shit all over the world. Now, can you wanna be gay? You want some dick in your mouth? There goes some money. There go, there goes some money. Oh, and then the advocates of day, all these homosexuals always got money. Maybe maybe I'd be gay too. I get some money.
I see.
Yeah.
I think a topic going on also on Twitter. The same question you pose him, and they're asking. Let me share this very quickly. How is
Bunch
she?
of
84 million, 84 million US
See,
dollars.
84 million. Ours this bitch got 84 million goddamn dollars. Then a fucking refugee. That's why you see out there in the streets crying and hollering about we should cut up USAID. It help poor countries and all that bullshit. This broad is a refugee and a boot licking handkerchief head pony. Does nothing for black people because she never was supposed to. She's a bootlick. They got her out of a poor ass country, Somalia, with nothing, a refugee, and now she's worth $80 million. Where? Doing what? What business has she done? Not a goddamn thing. Go ahead, Joby.
Yes.
I read something today that I thought was super interesting. And I think you might think this is interesting too, especially with what we're learning about Doge and
Yep.
the US Treasury and USAID and
How they been
Armand,
giving money
right?
away, all my money away to
Did you
damn
know
fucking
that
Somali
Representative
refugees.
Elon Omar, part of the squad, do you know that her net worth is $83 million?
How is that even possible?
And that is on a House of Representatives salary of
Salary, thousand a
$175,000 a
year.
year.
So
So
exactly,
she saved every single one of
would
those
it be a million?
pennies, that $175,000 that United States taxpayers pay her to be in Congress. That would be $1.2 million. I
That's
want
it.
to know how you turn $175,000 a year
Dollars a year
or
to 83 million.
$1.2 million over the course of 8 years into
Yeah, 8
83
years.
million. I want to know how to do that. I
Yeah,
now I don't know what her other three husbands did for a living, and maybe that contributed to some of her income, but that's a little sus. You think that's a little sus that a
yeah, suspect.
congresswoman
Yeah, suspect.
makes, or her net worth is $83 million after being in
In Congress
office
for
for
8
eight
years.
years? I think it's worth looking into.
Yeah. We know she don't got no business. She's a fucking refugee from fucking Somalia. And you better believe they'd already picked her ass to bring her ass over here. And then how's a refugee in fucking Congress from fucking Minnesota, one of the whitest states in the country? Huh? $83 million. You out of your fucking mind? 84, whatever it is. 80. What? That's why she's out there screaming about the USAID. That's what they've been paying this no good bitch off from. Why we don't got good roads, good schools? Why our shit don't look like China? And we had all the money to look like China years ago. What you say, Rick? Yeah, I know. I know they got a big old Somalia. That's where they brought the refugees around you, Rick. But they don't even get down with us. These Somali motherfuckers.
She says, I've been living in Minnesota since April 1998. I don't know who she is. I never
See?
in 4 years vote for anybody because our system has been set over 100
Yeah, we
years.
know it's bad, but oh wow, she's at. Cause you're in Minnesota. I mean, Minneapolis. Her district. Look this up, Joe. We say, what district is Il and Omar from? She's in the Minnesota. I mean, the Minneapolis area. Rick, you know, what part of town got all them Somali refugees that they brought into Minneapolis? I know the Kenyans came in. The Kenyans would be in the Maryland DMV area, Virginia. The Somalis they brought up to goddamn Minnesota, Minneapolis.
The DMN 5th District.
Okay, what does that cover? It should say the name.
hmm Minnesota.
Yeah, I know Minnesota, but where at Minnesota? Minnesota's the state. What part of Minnesota?
Okay, so they're saying Elon is an American politician serving as the U.S. representative for Minnesota 5th Congressional District since 2019.
So so ask so ask them. So ask them. Say where's the fifth district of Minnesota at? Say what cities are in the fifth district of Minnesota? Ask Google that.
What
Say
district?
what area is in the fifth district? Because she says she's the fifth district in Minnesota. So what area is that?
Pardon again. What
I,
area?
I, I know it's St. Paul. What area? You said she's from the fifth district, Joby, of Minnesota. Say
Mhm.
what cities are in the fifth district of Minnesota? I'm sure it's St. Paul and goddamn Minneapolis. I know it's Ricky's. I know it's in Rick's area, around there somewhere. Cause she damn sure ain't out in the country with those white folks. They ain't voting their ass in the office.
So they're saying it covers eastern Hennepin County, if I'm pronouncing
Uh
that
huh.
correctly, including the entire city of Minneapolis. Along,
Minneapolis. I knew it. She's from the Minneapolis. Rick lives in Minneapolis. I told you, you already know that lady, and she's your congresswoman, Rick. She's your congresswoman, Ricky. She's from Minneapolis. This Ilhan Omar bitch.
along with other parts of Anoka, with Anoka and Ramsey counties.
Yeah, whatever those other counties. Ricky, I don't live in Minnesota, so I don't know those counties. Ricky probably knows those counties, Joey, not me. I don't live in I don't live in Minnesota, so I don't know. But I knew her ass would be around Minneapolis. I knew that. That yeah, exactly. I know she ain't out there with the crackers. Them crackers ain't got that black bitch out there with them. So I know she be in the city with the black folks. So I know she be in Minneapolis or St. Paul. She ain't out in the other areas where the white people at Minnesota. They're like, what? You think we gonna have this damn Somali motherfucker represent us in Congress? Are you crazy? So I know she be around the black people. But yeah, how does this bitch, she just got here. So she ain't got no business that generate no 84 million goddamn dollars. 84 million. She been given that shit. That's why she's out in the street screaming. All these Democrats are screaming, USAID, USAID. That's where they've been getting all their statement. Where they've been stealing shit from. No good, broad.
But yes, as we continue, maybe I'm gonna
And
start
then
with this
and
video.
and then you guys and then she married her own brother. Oh man, she a congresswoman. And her brother's penis going inside of her. Ugh. I don't know if that's happened. I think she just did to get a green card to get him over here, to get her brother over here from Somalia.
Well, it happens. I've seen that, but
But it
it happens.
happened.
Yeah,
But
with the Somalis, with the Somalians and the Muslim culture, it happens. I'd say in general, it's like a norm to them.
they married a brother.
Yeah, or their uncle,
Oh.
or I don't know, it's allowed for them to
Ugh.
marry, something like that. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna share this video of Stu Peter here, who's talking about, of course, still everything that is going on with the economy, of course, with the Trump tariffs, and also now we're seeing China imposing its own tariffs, and the effects literally all this comes with. And also, we saw Trump warning countries that are literally collaborating or that have been signed under BRICS, and how they're going to actually suffer heavily from all these tariffs. I'm just gonna share this as we go.
They're not gonna say America's on the decline. So this is the fake bullying Trump's doing. It won't work because America is in collapse, guys. That's what the sovereign wealth for. So they can steal your damn Social Security. They're trying to steal everything out of the country. They're rich. America is on the collapse. That's what's happening. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
Finances, you have no control of your own life. If you're not protecting your finances, if you're not conscious of where your finances are going, how to save them, how to protect your finances from the government, you're not having those conversations, then you're not serious. So it comes at a perfect time because we've been hearing a lot about these tariffs, a lot of tariff talk. Trump's going to enact these tariffs that are supposedly going to rescue America's economy, start forcing jobs back into the United States. But
Canada said they ready to go. You talk about that. You guys said Canada said I did. Canada said they'll go to war against America ass. They said you stop talking that crazy shit. We're ready to go to war. You ain't annexing us for no damn 51st state. Canada's always talking. They ready to go to war. What the hell you talk about? That's what the Canadians are saying. We'll go to war with you motherfuckers. You crazy? You think just gonna take over Canada? We're not gonna let that. You crazy out your fucking mind. Hey, and those tariffs, they now are doing business with China. They said fuck America. See, Trump is there to implode the country on purpose, guys, because the mega morons will follow him anywhere. All these policies are going to cause the country to collapse even quicker. Okay? Even though he's showing the fraud, that's to show you got to do some good with the bags. How it works. Look, they've been stealing all the money. He's been stealing. Who's been stealing? They've been stealing all together. They all been stealing the shit. But that's to get you like, oh yeah, Trump is actually doing something. He's also destroying the country. You can't put tariffs on nobody and try to bring back manufacturing America. We don't make shit. and you don't got the intellectual prowess to build shit like you did in China no more because you hollowed out the country. Where you gonna build the manufacturing at? Where at? You can't put shit back in Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, fucking Indianapolis, all these Midwest and Minneapolis. You hollowed out the country. You hollowed out the cities. You know how much money it costs to rebuild manufacturing America? You hollowed out the country. 30 years you've been sending shit to China. You've hollowed out the country. You had to tear shit, everything down to rebuild it. How much money that costs? We're already fucking broke. And then how you gonna pay people, huh? You're not gonna pay them like China. Everything's too expensive. People not gonna work for $2 a damn day. That crazy shit. You pay the Mexicans. So all this shit is fucking baloney. They're gonna haul out the country and implode this bitch. That's what Trump is here for. He's the demolition of the country. But he's the one there so the right wing won't go crazy. Because they have to accept anything he does. Yeah, Trump, yeah. He's like their Jesus. While he's destroyed, while he's imploding the country on their dumb ass. But go ahead, Joby.
Now seeing that these tariffs, they're not targeting the corporations and the international financial
exactly
entities that have stolen our economy and have given
who are the
it to
Jays?
world.
Exactly, Jameson. Pause it. Who's that? He said, yeah, the Jays gave you economy. Now you're step to the third. China was the third world. China ain't third world no more. He's want to say it. China's not the third world no more, Stu. China's the first world, and damn sure it's a fast ass. China's not the third world no more, Stu. Sorry. When we start giving shit to them, they were the third world. Not no fucking more. Go ahead, Joby.
Well, these tariffs are meant to target other governments that might go rogue, pull out of the international financial system that the United States married itself to 112 years ago upon the founding of the Federal Reserve. So to put it simply, the Trump tariffs aren't protecting your interests. If anything, they're going to make your groceries more expensive.
Yep, that's what I said.
In reality, they're protecting the interests of the international banking cabal that's so central to the very existence of the United States government as we know it today.
Exactly.
Trump made this clear in a post that he recently made to Truth Social, writing that, quote, the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We are going to require a commitment from these seemingly hostile countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful United States economy, end quote. So from a talking points perspective, who could argue that? That sounds great.
It's stupid.
But this is exactly what's wrong with this country in the first place.
Yep.
We're totally dependent on the world's financial status
quo.
And
we don't make shit no more.
And so to stay afloat, we have to keep the Rothschild-run international monetary system in place as is, with the dollar as the world's reserve currency, or else we're just cooked.
Say the name and shame the devil, Stu.
The Trump administration is threatening 100% tariffs on the BRICS nations. But again, these aren't protective tariffs. These aren't tariffs to bring back our means of production.
Nope.
Or to salvage our retail economy.
Nope. To destroy it.
Instead, these are protective tariffs meant to keep the global financial order in check. Because the United States, like fruit on the vine, has stayed hooked into the Rothschild central banking cabal for far too long, and now our country is rotting. Instead of breaking away, we're just doubling down. And the American people are going to pay the price because BRICS isn't going anywhere. They see the United States as a dying marketplace that will soon be stripped of its resources and left for dead.
Yep.
So when the time comes,
it follows up.
If it's best for them to just pull out of U.S. trade altogether, why wouldn't they do that? That's probably exactly what they'll do. At
What
least
they're
from
gonna
where
do.
I sit, that's what I
Because
see.
pause that,
You
Joe.
know,
You're right, Stu. This is the power of the country. But they knew that they couldn't get Joe Biden because the mega cards would go crazy. So you get the other fake. This is how they play both sides, morons. They own both sides. Okay? They couldn't get Joe. They own Joe. They own Trump. They knew if Joe Biden was going to do this, if you other morons would go crazy. Ah, what is he doing? You'd be able to see it. But since Trump is doing it, because you made him Jesus to you other morons, you don't know Trump is now imploding the country on your stupid ass. Because you don't think critically. You're caught in this fake right-left divide. I'm Republican, I'm Democrat. So you can't see that both these motherfuckers are doing what the Rothschilds tell them to do. Trump is there to implode the country. And in 5 years, motherfucker, America will be a third world. You white people, you've never dealt with being you're about to be fucked up. I'm about to tell you white people, this is my love for your ass. Okay? 5 to 10 years, you will be impoverished in this bitch. Won't be nobody to save you. Yep. A lot of you gonna be getting your ass whipped. I hate to tell you that, niggas today. Yeah, I'm not gonna be here. I'm not. I'm not gonna be here. America's on. It will implode. It's gonna be every man for himself. And the people that you love so much, they're not gonna care, but they're gonna be out of the country. They're gonna be in China, chilling, wherever they go, wherever they at, because they're imploding the country on purpose. They've stolen all the wealth. This is just the remaining of the huskers, as Stu got it so right. This is the remaining of like when you kill a cow, you get the good meat. And all the good meat's gone, just the husk left. So they're fighting on the remaining of the husk of America. We don't make anything, guys. We don't have a real economy. It's been shipped to China. Like you said, China's no longer no fucking third world. Get that out your head. China's the most first world country on this planet. Because who did that? Oh, the same people that took the Rothschilds did that. And the Rockefellers did that. They took China from a third world to a motherfucking first world country. And that's the only little thing that Stu might not know, that this is all on purpose. They're gonna implode this bitch. And you white people that never dealt with not having shit, you gonna go crazy. You're gonna be on the bottom. See, black people used to be on the bottom, so it's not gonna hurt us as much. I'm gonna be out of this motherfucker. All your social security, they gonna steal all that. Like George Carlin said, they're coming for your social security. He told you that 20 years ago. He said, they'll get it. They'll get it. They want all your shit. The Jays want all of it. What are you gonna do then? You're gonna be sitting this bitch butt naked, broke, holding your own dick. Hey, you won't even be able to afford the lotion to goddamn jerk off. Good luck. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm not an expert, and that's why we lean on experts, and that's why we have the program Stu Peters Financial, and that's why we have Carlos Cortez and Cortez Wealth Management. So you heard what I just said. Do you agree about these protective tariffs?
It is a very, very and you're right in the form that, like, we have these tariffs, and it doesn't matter how much you rebrand, doesn't matter how you foil it up or wrap it up. At the end of the day, Stu, you and our audience know it is about that new world order. It is about track, trace, and control that the government wants on you. And we've had plenty of conversations off record that at the end of the day, guys, it's about manipulation. And so the stock market does not care about your feelings. They don't care about your Christian values. They don't care about your religious beliefs. If you believe in a vaccine, they do not care about any of that. They only care about up and down movements. And they also know exactly how you're psychologically are going to invest. And they'll set up traps. They'll set up media traps. They'll set up social media traps. This is common. You have the UBS of the worlds that psychedelically know numbers to the point where the average retail investor will get out if there is so much volatility. Speaking of volatility, we have the stock market at 18 right now, Stu. So anything that over 18, we are going to see fluctuations. Um, when it comes to tariffs, the major concern, the immediate concern, is that yes, the cost of your eggs are going to go up. I said this on Scriptures and Wall Street
You can't
that
afford nothing
they
now.
will crash the markets on Trump. Do not think because Trump is in, the market's automatically going to go up and bank failures are going to go away and student loans will
Yeah.
be paid. And like, how dumb is
Well, I mean,
that
we have
idea?
imminent war incoming.
That's the mega
Yeah,
We've
charge.
so
got the
we
perfect
have,
script written to go to war with Iran.
it's
And
crazy.
now we've got
man. Like,
nation
so,
rebuilding. As you know, just the other day, Trump announced, yep, we're going to rebuild Gaza. So, I mean, we've got all of that going on. There's a lot of instability that's
a lot.
Why
dictating
we
all of this
rebuild
volatility in
Gaza?
the market.
Because that's what the Rothschilds want. You
The
understand that
over
Trump is a puppet? You understand that now, morons? Trump is a puppet. He's a failed. Trump ain't never succeeded at shit. Every business he did went bankrupt. Every business. That boy Trump is a business. What businessman? Motherfucker's a failed businessman. They go check. They go look. It's still there. Google ain't even hit that yet. I don't know why you. Who bailed out Trump every time he went bankrupt? Who did that? Every time he went bankrupt, who bailed out Trump? Oh, the Rothschilds. Every time he do some shit, go bankrupt. Do some shit, go bankrupt again. Do some shit, go back. Trump is a moron, idiots. He's dumb. Not a business. His daddy was a businessman. They didn't get bailed out by the Rothschilds. His daddy built the wealth. Trump lost all of it. Then lost it again. Then lost it again. Then lost it again. Then lost it again. Motherfucker went bankrupt 5 times. But who was always there to catch his stupid ass? Because they had plans for him. Who was there to catch him? So it's right, you go look it up. Who were the banks that saved him? Rothschild banks. And remember, his first administration, who was control of his finance and it was the Secretary of Commerce or Finance? William Wilberforce, who's a direct Rothschild agent. Trump is controlled by the Rothschild. All presidents are. Around the world, really, but especially this motherfucker here. Anybody think Trump is doing something he's not told to do? You are a moron. Trump is a racist idiot. Okay? Even though some of the policies do might benefit us, it don't stop him from being racist and a moron. Trump is stupid. They remember they own me. They get Trump is a great businessman. Got motherfuckers in Africa, around the world, China, and even Chinese. I was on that radio. We like Trump. Trump is smart. He's a smart businessman. I was like, God damn, you motherfucking Chinese are stupid. God damn. Trump is a failed businessman. They said, yeah, we like Elon Musk too because he's self-made. Elon Musk is a fraud, you morons. Another fake entity they made. Elon Musk is a moron. Is an idiot. They propped him up. Most of the world is stupid. I said, damn, you Chinese are dumb as fuck too. That's how I know you were given everything. You dumb as shit. You ain't know that. I'm only talking to these Chinese people. You don't know Elon Musk is a fraud? You motherfuckers, and the Africans believe you motherfuckers are smart. That was crazy. I know you motherfuckers are stupid. You know Trump is a fraud? That's it. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead and play it.
So I'm just gonna share this a little bit again more as he explains this. Then I'm gonna play a video of Bill Cooper who is explaining literally think everything that we're talking about.
Yeah,
the
William
world
Cooper again.
stage, the
Yeah.
world stage doesn't even know how to invest in America right now. And if we look at the 10-year treasury, it is now catching up to that 2-year treasury. So when we have a 2-year treasury paying just as much as a 5-year, Stu, that basically
Is it gonna
means
flow?
that no one trusts the government long term.
Yeah.
The
Flow.
2-year bond is going to pay higher than the 5-year. That's been the inverted yield curve for over 4 years now. It just now uninverted Q4 of 2024. So when it uninverts, that's when we have the market corrections. That's when we air out the dirty laundry. And this is what I'm telling you, Stu. I mean, look, I know Trump has a hard on to lower the interest rates, and we all want a lower mortgage. We all want cheaper groceries and lower inflation. I get it. But the
Can't do it.
problem is the bakery. Look at the bakery. The bakery and the small business owners. Joe the plumber owns a bakery shop, right? And if he has to buy yeast for $1,000 a month, and now the
Can't
cost
get
of
a
goods are
profit.
going down to, let's just say 500, do you think he's going to buy all his yeast in 1 month when it's 1,000, when he knows it's going to be 500 the next month? So
No
he's going to
profit.
wait and sandbag his yeast order, which comes from whoever, whatever country or whatever farmer. So that farmer does not get the customer, and the business owner actually loses cash flow that month, which he can't even hire his help,
Can't,
his employees.
can't
His
afford no
employees get
employees.
hurt because they don't have a paycheck,
They got no money,
and the
no
employees
jobs.
can't pay for the
Can't
kids'
pay them.
daycare, and it's just a ripple effect. So the deflationary risk is huge right now.
What do you think
And
about
this could be a trap.
this move on BRICS, all this flexing on BRICS, 100% tariffs?
Stupid.
I mean,
It-
don't
BRICS
make
isn't
that.
going anywhere. Am I wrong?
I mean, I when it comes to the U.S. dollar, I am pro America. I'm always going to be pro America. I want the dollar to go up. As a matter of fact, the dollar is skyrocketing right now. So there is some tensions there, and we're going to see like gold, like the gold markets will hit an all-time high of 3,000.
Gold will go up because gold is the real
Dollar's
money.
going up. They're very correlated, Stu. So when we see
They
the
got-
gold
exactly.
markets go up and the dollar go up, we've never been through this.
Pause that,
cycle
Joe.
in
Pause that, Joe.
American
Pause that, Joe.
history.
Pause that, Joe. They got to keep gold prices low to keep the fake dollar going. If gold prices go up, they get off the damn heads, they start going up, guys. It proves that the dollars are worthless. So they got to keep gold prices down. They always have been able to keep gold down. But now that the debts are so high around the world, gold is going to skyrocket because gold is real money. Paper money is fake. That's why they be buying in Africa, stealing all the African shit to hedge that bet because they already know paper money always collapse because it's fake. It's paper. Has no value. Has no intrinsic value unless it's backed by gold or maybe what you produce or something. So that means you must subjugate gold to keep it down, to give your dollars value when they're detached, when you're fucking with fiat currency. So they artificially keep gold down, the value of gold down, to make sure their fake dollar has some kind of worth. But when you got all the debt, like I said, I don't want that dollars full of debt. It's fake. Then the gold price eventually is gonna just unbuckle itself and rise in value. Because gold is real money. That's why they stealing all the gold out of Africa right now with these dumbass puppets, because they're trying to hedge the bet when the American dollar collapsed. They stole all this gold out of Africa where they still have real wealth. Because the dollar's going to go up so far that it's just going to go away. It'll have no value because it doesn't have no value to begin with. It's only perceived value that people agree with. If I give Joby $100 and she agrees with $100, then it's $100. It's perceived value. It's not real. It's fake. Artificial. It's a perceived value. Go ahead, Joby.
Okay.
Where
Put
we
his
have,
quote back up there again, real quick. Let me read that again. I just want to see the second part of the quote. He said, we are going to require, this is Donald Trump saying, quote, we are going to require a commitment from these seemingly hostile countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty U.S. dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and
So
should
what?
expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful U.S. economy. So, I mean, that's going to choke out, potential products that are being imported, goods, commodities.
That's going to destroy
Certainly
the
not
American.
everybody's
That's going to destroy the. That's going to destroy the American economy because we don't make shit. We can't force nobody. We can't buy manufacturing in China. Fucking 30 years ago. You can't threaten nobody like you did 30 years ago when you were a superpower. You're a fake superpower, man. You had the military, but you also had the manufacturing. So you had the manufacturing that supported your dollar. Even if you didn't have the gold, you had the manufacturing power. You don't got none of that shit. You don't make shit. You You gave all that technology to China. So you threatening people is a joke. They're like, what? He talking about you don't make shit. We don't need you. Everything comes from China. Well, you gonna threaten us with what? What the fuck do you make, America? Not a goddamn. You make fucked up rap songs. Okay, we cool. You keep your fucked up rap songs. We're good. You keep your fucked up rap music. We're good. Okay? But the cars, everything we need to survive, that comes out of China. So you threatening us is stupid. Because they hauled out the empire guys. The threats that Trump are making of who gives a fuck. The country's hollowed out. So those threats mean nothing. Nothing. Because America does not have power anymore. You're not a manufacturing giant anymore, America. Who are you threatening? The Jays that you let do through your fake white people, the Jays that did it, through your fake white representative, they sold all your shit to China. And you had another white billionaire 30 years ago, his name was Ross Perot. He said, if you start selling, if you break down all your manufacturers and give it to a third world country for cheaper labor, you're going to build them into a power. He told you that, what you did. China's now a power. A fucking poor. China was poorer than Kenya. Okay? So you turned China into a power, and now you've bankrupted yourself. Ross Perot told you that 30 years ago, but since he didn't own no media, the media called him crazy. He's a nut. He's a wacko. I knew he was telling the truth. I said, uh-oh, that's why I voted for Ross Perot in 92. He told you. He said, if you do this, the country will be destroyed in 30 years. 30 years, America's bankrupt. On the verge of collapse. Go ahead, Joe. We finish them all.
All right.
And not everybody's going to pay these tariffs. So then the supply just goes away. So, of course, the goods cost goes up. I mean,
yes.
Yep.
It seemed like a very novice approach.
You can't afford shit now.
And I'm the guy that's just wanting to spend money at the grocery store.
Right,
Yep.
right. So we are going to have the ripple effect. And so
have you guys seen your grocery bill? It's gonna go up even more. Motherfucker, I won't even be able to afford bread. How much is this bread? What? I'll be eating bread and water. That's it. How much is bread? $100. What is loaf of bread? That's what's happening. Good, Joe. Yeah, I know. Damn.
I want to be able to pay for my fucking gym membership. Excuse my language.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah. And
but I mean, do you understand what I mean? I mean, that's how a lot of people are thinking. And so when we talk like, well, how's this going to affect us? It's hard to find an upside for everyday Americans.
Yeah.
There's a lot of upside here for the central banks in these tariffs.
And that's where I'm getting at. Like, I can tell you the positive of what's going to happen. So the positive, or the idea behind the tariffs, is that we have the ERS establishment, the External Revenue Service. And so if we have more income, you see the U.S. government only brings in, $80 billion in tariff income. If we can increase that to half a billion, right? Or 500 billion, and we can increase that, then we can lower taxes. We can get rid of real estate taxation. We can get rid of income taxation.
Do you think the government's actually ever really going to lower taxes?
They're never going to do no.
When was the last time you ever heard of a tax that sunset?
Right. So there's talks of a consumption tax, right? There's talks of an internet tax. There's tax of a
internet tax,
a flat rate
tax. So they're gonna tax us some more. Now I gotta keep taxing on the internet. I'm already broke and poor. See, this would happen when you have a collapsing empire. There's no money, so they tax everything because you don't make shit. There's no money. And I tell you, motherfuckers, you better start thinking about leaving this bitch. Only motherfucker about I'm an Indian and all that stupid shit. Okay, motherfucker, you'll be a black Indian and you'll be butt naked and broke in this bitch. Okay? The country's imploding. You stay here because you're stupid and you're scared to get your goddamn passport and leave this bitch. America will implode. Okay, so you be a motherfucking Indian here then. Whatever. China be thinking about an exit plan on this motherfucker. But go ahead, Joe.
All of this is this carrot. It's that
Look at
carrot,
these
dude.
Americans living in Thailand,
And
living
we're
in
all like, oh
world.
man, Trump is going to lower our taxes. Trump is going to do this.
It's all fake.
Meanwhile, we're like sheep walking into the gauntlet to get our head chopped off because we
Exactly.
put our faith in a person and not in God, and not open our eyes and think for ourselves.
That's where
So
I'm
we
at.
have to be very careful of, you know, who we follow and
Idolatry.
Idolatry, yes, absolutely.
If
And
there's
I'm not
something,
saying-
if there's
They
something
made
that
him into a
somebody
Jesus
does,
figure.
you do something negative. Well, first of all, we don't only, full disclosure, have just a professional relationship. We have a friendship. You know, I mean, I consider you.
Yeah, so I'll stop it there. I wanted to share till that particular minute. In case you want to finish the video, kindly let me know. I'll share the
Oh, that's good.
All right.
I want to hear the more of that shit.
Shout out to everyone on the chat. Shout out to Emil. Shout out to Jabba 10 Speed. I see we also have let me see. Let me go through the comments before I get to share this next video. Just a little bit. I see we have Jiba, I see Ricky also, Sankenwan, Karibuni Sana. Jiba was saying good luck. Sorcery replacement, automotive parts in a timely manner. And also see
Exactly. Remember, China did now shut down that shit, jibber jabber. Because all our automobile parts come from them. We don't even make our own automobile parts no more. Automobile parts no more. And the automobile business, guys, that's on the verge of collapse too. GM, fucking Jeep, Chrysler, Ford, because the prices of a new American car don't even make sense. I can buy a brand new car in China for $10,000, got everything up in the damn thing. And you got a car selling in America for $75,000, $80,000, a fucking pickup truck. You're like, what? How's a pickup truck cost as much as a motherfucking house back in the day? That's inflation, guys, because we don't make it because the dollar's worthless. That's why everything's inflated. $85,000 for a pickup truck. Are you crazy? What am I going to the moon in this bitch? It's got a rocket ship on this motherfucker? Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead, keep it.
I also see we have Jiba who's talking about the large Wall Street hedge funds and private equity firms are dropping Tesla stock. And also see, he also adds that, okay, let me go a little bit. I also see Jiba says Trump's a fool. His tariff incomes still, but no tariffs on scrap metals leaving the country. And China and India are the largest importers of U.S. scrap.
Exactly. He knows he only gave 10% on China, but China said fuck around and find out. China holds the cards. He never really put no real tariffs on China because we can't. We can't. And China makes all our shit. It's only 10%. Maybe put 25% on Canada and Mexico, but only 10% because he's trying to be like he's being tough with China. You can't be tough with China. They got all our manufacturing. So what you gonna put on the tariffs? All the shit that we need, like Jibba Jabba said, car parts, fucking truck parts, fucking everything. We make nothing here. So you can't do that. Go ahead, Joe.
I also see Emil Karibusana once again. She says, "Oh,
That's a heat. That's a heat.
Oh goddamn! I don't know how to you know that sounds like a female name, but anyway, Karibu. He says I was on Maurice Mohammed's live stream last night, and he also was telling Black Fox to leave the country.
Maurice Muhammad's still around? I thought they got. Is that guy still, what's his channel? I thought that weird guy. Yeah, he was when I first go to Mississippi and build a town like 6-7 years ago. And did he get shot? Did he get caught cheating on his wife with with a young girl, like 6-7 years ago with some girl? And did he get caught cheating on his wife with some shit? Like 5 or 6 years ago, some shit like that. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. I showed you guys in the next couple of months what we built in Kenya. I'll show you guys next couple of months. I'm just getting everything wrapped up. I'll show you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's gonna get rough in this bitch. I'm letting you know. You're in the midst of a falling, collapsing empire. Why do you got so many black people now moved to Thailand? So many black people. Black people ain't scared anymore. They moved. They're probably scared to go to Africa because still not developed as they want it. You got a bunch of black people that moved to Thailand, a bunch of black people that moved to Costa Rica. They moving out this bitch. Because if you retire, you can't afford to live here. How you gonna afford to live? I'm not working my whole life and live all fucked up. That ain't my plan. Then I'm gonna get these motherfuckers my whole life working, and then by the time I'm done, I'm living in a shack. What? I can't afford nothing. Like grocery bill, I buy a watermelon. Watermelon costs you $80. Like damn.
What?
That's right, Joby. That's right.
Damn, that's expensive. The heck? That's my
Yeah,
whole shop, a whole month or something, literally.
exactly. That's Joby's whole month.
A
80
month?
bucks.
Oh my god, that's a
That's
whole.
why. That's right. That's
Damn.
right. That's why I be leaving this motherfucker.
Oh my god. Nah, you guys were kids. $28 for a watermelon and bread.
That's
Uh,
that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be coming to, Joby.
that's too much. That's too much. But I also see Emil adds it's really not safe to live here anymore. It's becoming totalitarian day by day.
That's
Protect
authoritarian. It means
oh,
authoritarian, Joby, like a dictatorship.
I also see Tsepo Karibu Sana says Keith Trump offered whites in South Africa refuge in the
They said
US.
no.
They
I'm gonna talk
refused.
about that. The white people said no because I told you about Joby. Okay, we talking about now. Okay, now you see, I told you about white power, white supremacy. Trump is a white supremacist. So he offered white people in South Africa because he thought they would tell lies that the Africans and South Africans who love these crackers. But they've been killing them and stealing their land, and they gonna steal the land, and that's a damn lie. But Trump along Elon Musk, no good racist ass. They want to get the other non-white people out of here. But he offered asylum for all white people in South Africa. You know why? Because they're white. They want a white country, white babies, white. He's an honest racist. But the South Africans said no because they know damn well they won't be able to do the shit they do in South Africa and America. They tell you that none of that shit don't stand. But they talk to Africans all crazy in South Africa. The Africans start to be bowing down, be licking their ass. They get to talking that shit in America, they get smacked in the fucking mouth. So they know that. Ask a few white South Africans. They always want to go back to South Africa because they treat it like gods there. They got everything there in South Africa. So they told them, nah, we don't want to go. They were hoping that America would come in and overthrow the black government and put white people back in charge. So the idea that you got black people killing white people is absolutely retarded. Because you got white-only towns. What country is going to allow you to have a white-only town in their country? Where you going to go in France, Russia, England, and make a black-only town in their country? They're coming to kill your ass. Only Africans would tolerate this kind of disrespect. Where you got a whole, I think it's two in South Africa, only white towns that got their own currency. What? I'm wiping your ass out. Get out of your, I'm wiping your ass out. You better get back to England, Europe, where the fuck you going at? Netherlands, the Dutch, I'm wiping your ass out. You're talking about some dumb shit. They get mistreated. You got white only towns in South Africa. What? But black people are not allowed to go. Only black people would allow this kind of fucking open disrespect. Me, I'm wiping your ass out. I'm being unapologetic about it too. I'm wiping your white ass up out of here. Imagine you got a white town in a black country, and I can't go, and I'm not allowed to go. See, they know that shit won't fly here, because everywhere they go, look, South African white people are so racist, even the other whites don't like them. So you had a bunch of South Africans migrate into New Zealand and to Australia, right? Now we know white people are all racist, but the South Africans are on another level. So the Australians try to accommodate their Aboriginals same way the New Zealanders, they stole the country. They still trying to do some kind of accommodation, right? So you had some South Africans that migrated to New Zealand was talking crazy to the natives and asked the white people, how do you let these indigenous people come in here and do these things? And the white people were like, what? Even the white New Zealanders want to get the white South Africans. Said no more white South Africans in New Zealand. We don't want no more of these crackers up in here. That's what Australia said too. Because you got the South Africans have been treated so well, so good in an African country, but they've been talk crazy. These Africans ain't never done shit to them in South Africa. They know damn well they come to America talking that shit around black folks here, they're gonna get hurt. They know that. Everybody said, no. We don't want to go to America. We want to stay in South Africa. We just want control of everything like we're supposed to. We're the white people. We want control of the whole country because we're the white people. We're the white people here. We're supposed to have control of the whole country and forget these copper niggas, these dirty coppers. We're supposed to have control of the whole country. Okay? We thought Trump was going to come and give us the whole country again. We don't want to go to America. Why not? It's a white country. Majority's white. Come on over here. Because they know they're not going to get the same treatment, the same special treatment they got in South Africa. They know that. That's why they said, no, we don't want to go to America. We ain't trying to go there. We control these goddamn copper niggas. And they love us. They're scared of us and do everything we tell them to do. So Trump said, well, okay, I'm going to give you asylum in America. Them crackers said, what? What? No. I thought you said the South Africans were killing you and they were oppressing you. Don't you want to leave to the greatest white country in the world, America? No. We know we lying. It's a scam. No, hell no. We're not trying to go to no America and leave South Africa. Hell no. We're not trying to do that. So, go ahead, Jerry. Play your video.
Right, so I'm gonna play the video. Then we're gonna come back to the comments as we
Okay.
continue.
I guess he wanted to make sure I was serious. Nevertheless, I had to come alone, and I was required to follow clear rules of conduct.
Well, at this point, I've done so much research on this. I have to tell you, there's only one way this is going. There's going to be a civil war in this country. And I hope the outcome of the war will be the reinstatement of constitutional Republican government. But whenever you have a war like that, you're going to have competing factions to be the winner. And whoever really has the power in the end is going to institute whatever kind of government they feel should be there. There are people in this country who believe that a religious theology, a theocracy, should prevail. Well, if that happened, we'd have burnings at the stake again, and inquisitions, and heretics, and all of these kinds of things. So that can't be allowed to happen. Can't be. Doesn't matter what my religion is. It can't be allowed to happen. There are people who want a socialist government, much like the one in Sweden. There are people who want to create in the United States what the Soviet Union had hoped to be. There are real Nazis, all of them socialists. Hitler was a socialist. So I see the future as being tremendously dangerous for all of us. Me and many others like me are going to perform a valiant attempt to reinstate.
Now remember, pause that. Now remember, they murdered William Cooper. They murdered William Cooper 25 years ago. And he told you Alex Jones was a phone. I've never seen such a phony bastard in my life. Go ahead, Joe.
Full constitutional Republican government. Whether or not we're going to be successful, I can't tell you. But I will tell you that once this war starts, it's going to be terrible, it's going to be bloody, and it'll last for 10 or 15 years. That's the nature of this kind of conflict. If you look around at all these mountains around here, there's enough guns, ammunition, supplies, clothing, and food buried in these mountains to support an army for 15 years. And I don't think the American people realize that they're on the brink of a civil war. You see, there are many of us who took an oath when we went in the armed forces, and we meant it. We volunteered. We weren't drafted. We care about this country. And the oath was to protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And we will fulfill that oath, even if it means we die in the process of doing it. It's that simple. At one time, I thought that there were, simply based upon documents that I'd seen while I was attached to the intelligence briefing team, Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet. At that time, and even for many years afterwards, I did not believe that the government would use me in that way. I had devoted my whole life to government service. I had been in the Air Force. I was in the Navy. I was a river patrol boat captain in Vietnam. I had proved myself. I had combat ribbons with the V for Valor. There was no doubt of my loyalty to my country. And maybe that's why it was so easy to use me, because I wouldn't doubt that what I saw was real. But over the years, I've done a lot of research. What I've discovered is there's no proof existing anywhere that extraterrestrials are real, or that have ever visited this planet, or that they exist anywhere in the universe. There is not one shred of evidence anywhere. There is lots of evidence, tons of it in fact, that there are a group of people collectively known as the Illuminati who want us to believe in some extraterrestrial threat from space so that they can cause a world government, bringing together of all the people to resist that external threat. And the first time that I saw any reference to that, I was reading some papers from the Carnegie Endowment Fund, and there was a record of a speech. It was a dinner for Viscount Nishii of the Japanese delegation, the Japanese imperial delegation, in 1917. And John Dewey was one of the speakers. And the first sentence out of his mouth, as I was reading this, I almost fell out of my chair, because this was in 1917. And he said the best way to cause all the people of the world to come together in one world government and end war forever would be if we were attacked by some other species from some other planet. And boy, that just clicked with me, and I knew that that this is just another scam. This is the age of deception. There's no doubt about it. And then 8 times during Reagan's administration, he inserted almost the exact same phrase into 8 of his speeches. And it's a scam. That's what I can tell you. What they call UFOs, these craft that fly around the sky, are real. But they're not piloted by some little green guy from some other planet. They're owned and operated by the United States of America for one, the Soviet Union for another, probably Great Britain, Canada. I think the first really operable ones were probably manufactured in Western Canada, in the wilderness.
Now I'm gonna say Bill got that wrong because he was disillusioned. I'm gonna say he got that wrong. There's plenty of evidence that the things exist. Like he said, he seen them come out the water. He admits that. So there's plenty of evidence that they exist. We know they exist. But I did it. He's trying to figure out, did they use him because he was seeing these intelligent briefings come across his desk, and they knew he would eventually tell the shit when he got out the military. So he's trying to figure, did they use me? Did they just show me shit and it's not even true? And I've led people down the wrong path? Because he's questioning, which you're supposed to do. Because we're not right. We don't, like a lot of shit, I just don't know. A lot of shit, I just don't know. But I know there are other entities. I know that those trash beings exist. And I know being on a goddamn ship, I've seen motherfuckers come out the damn ocean. That ain't no damn Illuminati. Did none of that shit. That's interdimensional beings, interdimensional craft. We're which we know exists because the FBI talked about, and we know the CIA knows it's real. So, but that's at least him being honest that I might have, maybe I got some of this shit wrong, and maybe it's them doing it. They've got some of that technology, but they're not able to go interdimensional. A lot of shit you see goes in and out of our reality, which is interdimensional. That's in and out. That they're able to change frequency, come in and out of our existence. That's real. That's in the FBI documents itself. That says because they documented out of these individuals talking about the Jays who own this technology. They can do a lot of it. That's secret, but they can't go interdimensional. They don't have the technology to go. They don't got the technology to change the frequency and go out of your existence. They there, and then all of a sudden they disappear because they now went to another frequency, another dimension, another time and space. So you had the FBI agent told you about 5 or 10 years ago when he testified in front of Congress. He said a lot of this shit is ours, like William Cooper saying. That's hidden technology that we have that the rest of the world, the rest of human beings don't know. But the real shit that we can't do is interdimensional, where they can bend time and space. They just change it, they hear, and then they look again, they're gone. Poof! Because they go interdimensional, they're able to warp time and space and go into another frequency. He said those are real. So the idea that Bill's not thinking that we're the only ones in a massive universe. You're thinking the only thing in the universe, you're out your fucking, that's his white side coming in. That's his whiteness, his fucking calcified pineal gland working. You know, common sense to tell you we're interdimensional beings. And there's other things that live in other dimensions that we can't even see that are around us. These are facts. So, like I said, you can always go to the CIA Gateway projects. They'll tell you this is real. But at least he's being honest by saying all this shit he looked at, he's now years later questioning. Maybe they fed me that shit because they knew I would say it, but they didn't know people were going to listen to you, Bill. They had no idea when you was in the Navy and shit that you would get a big enough following and become somebody, Bill. So I doubt they would feed you anything. They wouldn't know you was going to become a famous speaker. They didn't know you was going to go rogue and start telling shit. So, yeah, so I don't think they fed you disinformation to put out here, Bill. I don't think they fed you disinformation because in the military you was not important enough. Was you like a captain, a lieutenant? You weren't high enough in the food chain to feed no disinformation to. So go ahead, Joby.
Okay.
Built to create those machines like we created the Manhattan Project and the same kind of secrecy surrounded it. So the technology is real. It's been kept secret and it's been used to promote this concept.
Of course, but where would they get the technology? Where'd they get the technology from, Bill? How'd they jump and leap in that far of technology? They wouldn't have the capacity because they don't have the scientific wherewithal to jump, leap that far technically. So you gotta ask yourself a common question: where did the technology come from, Bill? Where did it come from? All of a sudden they just know how to make a ship. All of a sudden they goddamn cut their right angles at 500 miles an hour. Where's the technology coming from? Of course, a lot of technology would be hidden secret, but where would it start from? You got to have a jump in knowledge before you start creating shit. Just all of a sudden, okay, now we know how to make anti-gravity machines and shit disappear. No, that takes time. So where does the technology come from? Like my plane said something crashed and they back engineered it. You know, they got some alien tech and they back engineered it. But we're not smart enough and we're not spiritual enough to go interdimensional. So they weren't able to make it do all kind of tricks and shit, but they can't bend time and space. They can't disappear with the shit and go interdimensional. Poof! They hear, then they go to another dimension and boom, and come back out to this dimension. That shit they don't know how to do. And that's what the director of the FBI said 30 years ago. This shit's real. And you'll know the difference between our shit and the real shit because the alien shit is interdimensional. They're able to bend time and space. They're able to change the frequency. They can just disappear on your ass. Boom! You're like, wow, where's it at? It's still right there in front of you. They're just in another frequency and you can't see it. We don't. We can't do that. So go ahead, Joey.
Mhm.
The cattle mutilations I've discovered in my research are nothing more than what's left after the government does its secret tests on the low-level radiation leakage from its atomic weapons assembly plants and atomic power plants. It's a low-level radiation monitoring project. And if you look at what's missing in the cattle, you'll see that it's just as clear as day. They take the lips, they take the tongue, they take a 6-inch patch of skin, they core out the rectum, the colon area, where those kinds of things would collect that they would pass through the digestive system. On female cows, they take the udder to check for low-level radiation in the milk. This is being passed to the calves, and these are all grazing animals that graze on the grass where the radiation falls when it falls from the air, and it's just an incredible deception. And I'm just amazed that people have fallen for it in the manner that they have in the absence of any proof whatsoever. I mean, they cite hearsay as proof.
Well, what about all of the alien abductions?
They're not abductions. They're the results of a tremendously successful and very sophisticated mind control operation, all of which has been in development. Well, they started working on those kinds of things since before World War II, but they have perfected them. On my website, I have a patent of a machine that can read your brain waves, can recombine them in a computer and send them back to you and make you think things happened that never happened. I mean, you can't get a patent for something like that unless it really works. You have to prove it to the patent office. It works. A patent was issued. And this is just one of the things that snuck by them that has, because when people invent things like this, they're sucked up by the government immediately, and then they're put behind the veil of national security and classified, and then nobody knows about them. But every once in a while, something sneaks by them. And when you do these searches in the patent office, and the trademark office, and in the copyright office, you come up with some real gems once in a while. And that was one. Also, the congressional investigations into the intelligence community has revealed the existence of these programs. There's no secret about it. It's documented. Project Artichoke, Project MK Ultra, MK Naomi. I could go on and on and on all day long. And, if you had the time in your movie, we could lay out all the documentation, which is official government documentation, and prove beyond any shadow of a doubt it's true. But that's what it is. It's not extraterrestrials coming down. The human body cannot pass through walls or roofs, or through windows that are closed. This is all the product of the imagination and people's willingness to believe something because they want it to be true. I don't know why they would want it to be true. You see, because if it were true, these are not friendly aliens. They're doing some terrible things to people. If I were to kidnap somebody, pass them up through the roof, take them somewhere, and perform operations on them, and take samples of semen and ova from their reproductive organs and plant
Now the
thoughts
funny
in
part,
their mind, and all this kind of stuff in his brain.
now pause this, Joe. Now the main thing we know this is true when he don't know the fuck he's talking about, because where does this cracker come from? This cracker's got animal parts all throughout his body. He's created with animals. This is biological fact. So who created him? So what he's saying is nonsensical. We know they are created. See, going to his own genetic, his own biological code. He's a he's a periodic cell, which means he has rabbit, dog, cat, and all this shit in his cell phones. This is what white people have, guys. These are facts. It's a biological. Doesn't come from God. Who did that? So what he's saying with these is what these aliens did when they were taking these damn cows, these other things up into their spaceship to make them. Because the biology shows that's a fact. See, they never want to go there. And I love Bill. But why don't he go to his own DNA? So we know it's true because where did you come from? Because we're talking about cellular biology, guys. See, as African people, whether you call yourself an Indian, whatever kind of wacky doodle name you want to call yourself, we're prokaryotic cells. I can't even pronounce it. They're eukaryotic cells, meaning they have more than one integen within their cellular form, whether it be a rabbit, a rat, a cat, a dog, in their cellular group. This is a fact. You're going to look this up. As black people, since we are the only human being, we don't have animal DNA in us. We don't have the prokaryotic cells. The idea they gave us through evolution is a lie. See, they never want to go there. So we know the alien thing is real. Because that's gene splicing, guys. Who spliced this cracker, the Asians, and the East Indians together? Because they're eukaryotic cells. These are facts. So he might have went deep and got scared. Oh shit. We know it exists because they created you or something created you. Something of high intelligence, either whether it be extraterrestrial or interdimensional beings, somebody did it. Because that's a fact of biology. You can't create a cell and fuse a cell together by nature. It doesn't happen, but you can't take a rabbit, a dog, and a cat and put it together and put it in one cell. But they got that. They have that. And that's no hate, that's a fact. That's why you weren't supposed to be sleeping with these motherfuckers. Okay? Can't sleep with a white Arab or Indian, all these are facts. Whether you like this or not. You can look at a eukaryotic cell and a prokaryotic cell. That means they have other animal species in that cell. What you laugh about, Joe? Read the comments. What happened?
Squito and Sankan. Did you just agree, Sankan? You're great. Oh my God. You're so great. Your comments. But let me go a little bit. I see this questions posed here under the same conversation. I also see Unsunken, not Unsunken, but 10 Speed earlier was also talking about under what the president and what year all the jobs left America went mainly to China, and they when did they close all those industrial plants? And I also see Emil was talking about what I heard about him, but I cannot confirm anything. The people saying he cheated. Oh, about that is about the guy. I think 10 Speed mentioned that is Maurice Muhammad.
Yeah, Maurice Muhammad. Didn't he cheat on his wife? This Muslim nigga talking all that crazy shit. Because I was listening to back in like 10 years ago when he came on the scene. I don't know my damn intuition. I don't trust this nigga here, right? They found out he was sleeping. Was he sleeping with a white woman? Was a young white woman or a young girl and some young lady, a young boy where he destroyed his whole family, his whole household? He found that it was a woman that was taking care of his Muslim ass. Something I can't remember, it was a while ago, but the shit was funny, right? He tried to play, all these Muslims always try to play that Muslim. They let him play that Muslim shit, all be Muslim and all that old righteous fake shit. If you bring in that Muslim shit to me, I'm gonna tell you get out my face, right? So, So I think he got caught with a young white girl, didn't he? He got caught with a young white woman, I believe. Because it was all on almost Big Cheese. Big Cheese was no. Big Cheese be knowing all this YouTube shit back in the day before he took his ass to TikTok. I was Big Cheese, and Big Cheese be knowing all that crazy shit. I don't know
I know he's
about.
somewhere right in the chat, just hiding, waiting for you to mention his name. Hold on and
I,
see.
I don't think he's here today. But Big Cheese be knowing all this before before Big Cheese turned to TikTok. He was in them YouTube streets heavy. He knew all the scandals and shit. So I don't think Big Cheese here today, but we'll see. Hey, Big Cheese, when you catch us on replay, Big Cheese, put in the comments. I know you know the story. I think it was a white woman. He was with a little young white girl. He
I'm,
talking all this black shit, and they always end up going to white coochie every time.
I'm certain it's somewhere there. But I see Ten Speed also says is it fair to for me to say all white people, even those married to black people, are all racist naturally?
Yeah, yeah, yep,
Hmm.
yep. They'll sleep with you. They won't stop them being racist. Why think they slept with the slave? You sleep with a woman and still keep her enslaved. Yeah, they're racist.
And also see, let me just go a little bit. Shout out to you, John Mosquito, Karibu Sana. I also see, no, I'm not eating gali. I'm eating some leftover lunch rice, not to gali. Thank you. And second one. Right, I'm trying to get the right comments. I don't want to read the comments that are not making sense. I also see John Mosquito says they disappear like people that owe you money. Emil also says, but here's my question: Are there extraterrestrial organisms that exist within and outside our solar system? And
Of
would
course,
these Earth
of course
organisms?
they do. Of course they exist outside of our solar system because you live in an infinite universe, guys. You live in an infinite universe. Just in our galaxy alone, we one galaxy amongst trillions. Our galaxy alone is huge. It has Earth-like planets with damn individuals that live on it. We're a very small planet in just our galaxy, our one galaxy. We're not talking about the trillions of galaxies out there. We're one planet in a huge galaxy. Yeah, there's other entities that live out there, other human beings, other black people. Because you're going to be black. Remember, I told you, whenever they go in space, white people what? Since they're unnatural, they start what? Disintegrating. The only race of people who get strong in space are who? Black people. Your bones get stronger, skin gets better because we come from space. We are the universe. So when Africans like that woman and the black man, remember they always whenever they go up in a space shuttle back in the day, their bones because remember they gotta exercise when they're in space, right? Because their bone density starts evaporating. The only people that started getting stronger in space were what? African people, black people. You can look that up. That's a fact. I'm not joking. Look that up. See if Google hit that. How black people get stronger in space and white people, Indians and Chinese start disintegrating in space. And bones start breaking up. Up over they stay in space for long, their body be all fucked up and they gotta exercise because their bones be broken, start breaking up. Ask yourself when they got a white astronaut in space at the space station. When they come back, they gotta exercise to get their bone density back because their body starts breaking apart. So any idea this cracker gonna be in space and going to different planets, that's bullshit. Because it's created here. Somebody created that thing here. These other people created here.
John Mosquito Dan said it's me. John Mosquito said I created them.
Yeah, you probably did with your British ass. No good bastard.
Me, he said me, Joby, me, I created them. It's crazy. But Ten Speed said, Keith, when you get a chance, can you explain how something can go from this world to and dimension the world and come back? What
Oh,
are these?
you talking about interdimensional? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe I should do that this weekend. I do this weekend. I'll be like I used to do that all the time. You guys tell me I did it too much. I do it this weekend. Everything is based on frequency. So all you gotta do is change your vibration. If you ever change your vibration, you can go into another dimension. I haven't did that in years, so I'll show you. They doing it in the lab. They know this is all true. I show you that the white man has been doing it in the lab, bringing things from other dimensions into the lab. They know all this. These are facts. So that shit William Cooper talking about is crazy. He knows that his ass got all that shit up in his ass. They never want to say, okay, what's all that shit up in you then? Who made your ass? So shout out to the young cats on TikTok that was in that thing Thursday asking, where do you come from? They asked the Asian man, dark Asian man, he said, where do you come from? Where you come from? Spain. Because he wasn't here, he's a fact. It's all where we evolved from a Neanderthal. Well, you said you people were Neanderthal. You couldn't come from us because we don't have no animal genetics. And it couldn't be nobody black fucking a damn Bigfoot because that would be sterile. We're different species. Can you imagine a black man fucking a Bigfoot? Let's get what? Not fucking no Bigfoot. Are you crazy? That shit y'all do.
Doesn't even sound right. Doesn't
It's,
sound right.
it's all right. It don't sound right. Bigfoot coochie stinks, Joker.
I was going to say is white people are either a biological weapon against black people, or they were put here to help repopulate parts of the planet. I don't think in the repopulation really, because it's not really helping. But I also see we have Baron Scott Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing great. And Sanken also says, I don't know how big cheese be everywhere at the same time. Magic poof. John Mosquito says, I'll be listening to I'll be listening to the shows on YouTube, and they'll be mentioning Big Cheese name on the shows on YouTube. He's probably right here, just quiet. He's probably right here. Big Cheese is kind of very sleek. But I also see Jiba Jabba says, okay, I'm not gonna read that. I'm not gonna read those other comments. But yes, as we continue, still with the conversation that we have, we had a video we wanted us to share, Keith. I think we should divert to the Super Bowl, if you don't mind us talking about that.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about Kendrick Lamar. You guys watched the Super Bowl yesterday? No, I ain't been watching sports, but I did watch it yesterday. I was stuck in a hotel, so I watched it, right? So
Yeah, let me
I
share this.
watched it. I watched it, right? And it had a meaning. How many of you guys watched the Super Bowl last night? Even though it was a crush, it was boring as hell because Philadelphia won that game like in the first quarter. And so it was Kendrick Lamar. It was like a protest. I wasn't looking at the protest. I thought it was garbage. I was like, what is this shit? But he was making a protest thing about America and how they treat black people. But I turned away from the shit. I said, man, I can't listen to this crazy shit. What is this shit? So tell me if you guys watched the Super Bowl halftime show, and tell me what you guys thought if you watched it. Yeah, so you can play the video, Joe, because I was like, man, what is this shit here? Like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Let me know if you guys watched and understood it. Maybe I didn't give it enough time. I'm like, man, I can't watch this shit here. I'm out.
Just guy says he watched it. And Sankenon says he didn't watch it. Jiba says for him, I think he didn't watch it, but the wife did, if I'm not wrong.
Hey, wow, your
Uh,
wife watched it? Okay.
Camille, he didn't watch as well. Mm. Yeah, let me share this video very
You
quickly.
know, I watched football. I watched the Super Bowl in years. You guys know I gave up football with the Kaepernick shit. So I ain't been watching no football. But go ahead, Joe.
I already know that they're going to be teaching us.
Hold on. Is this a guy? Okay.
in college about that Kendrick Lamar halftime Super Bowl performance, so I already did my dissertation, bitch.
Hold
Yeah, that's
on.
it.
Guy.
That's
Holy
it. Go
shit.
ahead. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't know what that is.
This is a guy.
Let me tell you guys what I have uncovered about this insane fucking performance. So to lay the groundwork, this whole performance is Kendrick Lamar playing a video game. And right here we have the X, the square, the circle, and the triangle, which is the four buttons and a PlayStation control remote. And it starts off with him selecting the square. Then Uncle Sam tells everybody that this is the great American game. Obviously, Uncle Sam is a symbol of American power structure, and this is alluding to the fact that America is like a game, and some of us are winners and losers, some of us rig the system, some of us cheat, but at the end of the day, we're all in this American game, and Kendrick Lamar is trying to beat the game, trying to fight the system. Then inside of the square, Kendrick Lamar starts singing on top of this GNX car, which in the 1980s represented power and rebellion. Then out of the car that
I
represents
know
the
I'm thinking on. I'm also not even. I don't think I'm paying the attention to the video yet. I'm just surprised. This is a whole dude. Okay,
defiance comes out a whole bunch of people dressed in red, white, and blue.
crazy.
These people not only represent the American people, but it also represents different aspects of our society. The red could be the conservatives, the blue could be
And
the white
I heard
is
they
the
cut half of it
elite,
off.
wealthy
Fox
individuals
cut off
because
the end of the performance.
historically white has been associated with rich people just because it's always cost more to maintain white clothing because it can get stained more and it just requires higher maintenance. There's only one time in the entire performance where Kendrick Lamar mentions the word government, and it was in his first song. And in that exact moment that he says government, a white dressed person shakes hand with a red dressed person, which symbolizes wealthy elites shaking hands and making deals with the conservative power structure in America. Corruption. Then he goes on to say that the revolution is about to be televised. Y'all chose the right place but the wrong guy, which basically means that the United States is long overdue for a revolution, that we deserve change, right? But we chose the wrong guy, meaning that the change and the person that is leading the change and the direction of that change is wrong. We need change, but not that kind of change. We need a revolution, just not that kind of revolution. And obviously, it's going to be televised because
But
it's
just like
Donald
William
Trump
Cooper
in the
said,
United States.
we're right for a
This is
revolution.
directly against Donald Trump and Elon Musk. After mentioning that, he starts singing Squabble Up, which pretty much is a song about standing your ground and standing up and fighting back. Then Uncle Sam comes back to the picture, which remember, he's the one that's controlling the game, says that Kendrick Lamar is playing the game too loud, that he is being too reckless, that he's being ghetto, that he needs to like calm down. And this is something that the power structure in America has used historically to control marginalized voices and make society believe that these people shouldn't be heard because they're too reckless and they're too disruptive. I'm
Thank
literally
you.
getting chills. Okay, so after Uncle Sam says that, Kendrick Lamar is now standing in between a split American flag, which pretty much says that that kind of rhetoric that Uncle Sam is spewing is divisive to the country. And he does this singing the song Humble, which is basically saying to the power structure in America to sit down and reflect on the division that they're causing in our country and to be more humble. Okay, so then now we're under a street light where he's like speaking out against the system, right? And this symbolizes like Americans going to the streets and voicing their concerns and their opinions. And Uncle Sam comes back and says, Keeper, take a life. Keeper, deduct one life. That speaks for itself, right? You're trying to instill fear into people so they can stop speaking up by committing acts of violence against these marginalized groups that are voicing their concerns and speaking out against the system. So we officially left the square and now we're inside the X, where Kendrick Lamar starts to sing the song Peekaboo. Within video games, the X symbol on the PlayStation remote means to confirm something. So by singing the song Peekaboo inside the X, This basically means that Kendrick is choosing to reveal unhidden truths about people, about society, about our political structure that
Joby should
exists
know.
on
Joby
Earth.
plays PlayStation
And
shit.
he uses this moment to tease They Not Like Us.
I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they love the Sue. Yeah, that song.
He like teases it again. That is uncovering truths, right? That song was a diss track against Drake. But this is beyond just the Drake diss track. It goes to the larger message of uncovering deeper truths. Then we move on to the triangle. In a video game, the triangle is the direction you want to go.
Yeah.
So, and in the triangle is SZA, who is singing the song Luther. I first gotta say she a bad bitch, but this song right here is about moving towards the direction of pursuing love and social change, and she's doing this within the triangle, which makes perfect sense. Now we have people marching down the street, which obviously represents peaceful protest, but they're also marching around the circle. The circle inside of a PlayStation remote represents rejection or cancellation. Yeah. Inside the circle, Kendrick starts singing the song All the Stars, where he talks about how confrontation ain't something new to him and how he will always fight back even though people try to attack him. This is done within the circle, which is, again, rejection. He is rejecting people trying to diminish him. He is rejecting people trying to shut him up. He is fighting back. But this is a soft song. He's not yelling. He's not being aggressive. He's not speaking loud. It is a soft spoken song. In many ways, you can say that this song is like a peaceful protest because it's so soft. And then Uncle Sam is so happy because they're being so calm. They're being so soft, even though they're talking about these like really important issues that are degrading them and diminishing them. They're doing it peacefully, they're doing it softly. So Uncle Sam is happy. He's saying how he's glad that they're calm. But then he gets mad because Kendrick then changes his tone and loudly stated how you can try to rig the system, but you can't fake influence, which basically means that no matter how many times wealthy people have tried to rig the system in their favor, they could never truly win real loyalty and real support. And now you can see that there are people occupying each symbol of the game, the circle, the triangle, the X, and the square, which basically means that in order to beat the game, we all need to occupy these spaces. And he ends the performance with a call to action by telling you to turn off the TV and disconnect from the propaganda and the brainwashing that occurs
but they stopped that. Fox turned that off. The TV turned that off. They didn't want them to show that. I don't play video games, so I don't know what the fuck he's talking about with this. I don't play. I don't play PlayStation like Joe, but just I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's why I didn't understand what the hell was going on. What the hell is this shit about?
every X as a symbol of it. X is shooting, or the way you said, although it's not the way it works on a PlayStation, or it's for shooting when you wanna maybe score, or you could use X. Triangle is for direction. Then we have the square. We have the square.
See,
but
I told you Joby knew all that shit. I don't know none of that shit.
I play FIFA a lot, so yeah, it's a must for me to know that, or I'll lose the game. So I don't know. But I see we have 10 speed says if you listen to the message and the rapping, he made plenty of sense. Exactly what I think that guy, not a woman, that guy, what he's trying to explain. That's a whole man. Kid, how are you listening to that without did you know that was a guy?
I don't know what. I don't know if it's a guy or woman. I just heard him talking about it. I was talking to you.
That was a guy. That was a whole guy. But African Sankino says, he's crazy. It thinks it's a woman. He just said it. He thinks he's a woman. It's crazy. And also see Chipa says, OMG, I'm glad the DEI is gone. Go have a bad light buddy. And then Sankiran says, wrong, the government is trying to make everyone ghetto, even white. And I also see, was that Samuel Jackson? Yes, it is. And I also see John Guy.
Yes, Samuel Jackson was playing America. He was playing Uncle Sam. So
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Jackson was playing America, talking to Kendrick. But like I said, I don't play video because I didn't get it, so I turned that shit off. I'm like, what is this shit? Get out of here. I left until the game came back. I was like, what is, what is this? What is this shit here, man? I was like, with the guy, I said, this one of the most. I said, this one of the almost awfulest, horrible halftime shows I ever seen. What is this goofy shit here? I said, he don't got enough hits to do no halftime show. Yeah, I said, I gotta go. I'll come back when the game start again. I wouldn't have got the message anyway because I don't play video. I don't play video games. I wouldn't have got that shit. So
Yeah. So see, George Guy says I'm good at bowling. I wanna try bowling this year personally. Never gone to bowling. I wanna go karting. I wanna try zip lining. I'm so scared of that shit, but yeah, I wanna try zip lining as well. And
you'll love
also,
it, Joe. You're not scared. You'll love it.
I'm scared of heights apparently.
I
So
know. I know.
I,
You'll love it. Once you do it, when you get to get scared and they send you across, you'll love it.
I might fall on a crocodile. I don't like that
Mm.
shit.
This chap you ain't getting a J falling, Joby.
And I also see Sankira says, I'll be back, can't take this one no more. I'm sorry, man. The video is out. And I also see Jiba says he should have performed BL Drizzy. Well, I've not listened to majority of the songs he performed, so I wouldn't know. But
That,
also see says, what was the symbolism of Serena Williams dancing? Showing my ex here, like
yeah,
this.
yeah. A friend of mine, a friend told me that still, that the Williams girl was there. I didn't know she was there. Was she there?
Yeah, Serena Williams was there, and I didn't know she was dating Drake personally before. That was even Caesar was dating Drake before.
Was
So
she drinking? Damn, Serena Williams was dating Drake like 10 years ago. That's 13 years.
I didn't
That's just a
know.
long ass time ago.
I didn't know. I didn't know. You also dated Caesar. I didn't know that. But I also see Drama Studio says I haven't played a PlayStation in 20 years. Damn, I'd
Me
beat
neither.
you many,
I ain't,
many.
I ain't played a PlayStation in 30 years, damn. At least 20, yeah, 25 because that's right, because I was buying all my kids what's the damn Microsoft one? Xbox, right? Ain't that the Xbox shit? Microsoft's the Xbox one, right?
I'm not sure.
You know, Joby. You know what the Xbox, you know what the Xbox is. Ain't that, my kids were wanting the Xbox, so we went to Xbox when they were kids. So I ain't played a damn PlayStation, man. I only probably since the 90s.
Oh yeah, that is PS. What's PS? What is an Xbox? You guys call things differently from how we call it here.
Don't you guys
Xbox.
call it the Xbox?
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I see.
PlayStation, PlayStation the one, the PS something, PS2, PS3, PS4.
Well, personally, I've grown up playing a lot of games, so I like gaming. I think it's in me because I've also seen my brother likes gaming. When I have a free time, I don't mind gaming personally. I like that.
I,
But
I,
see,
I find the shit. I like when I was in my, I don't know, I used to love gaming when I was younger. You know, when the video games weren't even that good. Like it was in my early 20s. Back in the Marine Corps, I thought that shit was fun. But now, I guess when I had kids, I stopped. Like, this shit boring. I couldn't, like when my kids became teenagers and played it, hey, come on, Dad, play against them. Man, this shit boring. I'm not playing that shit. That shit boring. When I was younger, when I didn't have kids, I did like playing video games, you know, playing basketball. And you know what I used to love? It was fun. And don't judge me, because I never could look at hockey. But the hockey game on the PS, I think it was PlayStation we were using back then. It was PlayStation. That hockey shit, that was the funnest shit. And you know, I can't look. Hockey's boring as hell. But on the video game, you smash a motherfucker, and then you get to fight in, then you play. Go, oh man, that video game was exciting as shit. That hockey shit, All the brothers be getting around play that shit out. I remember I would lose, I get all mad. Like, God damn, I lost again. Shit.
Oh, you're that type. You're that type that gets mad when they lose.
Yeah, I got mad because this one dude used to always one dude. This one dude in the barracks used to beat me all the time. I beat him like one time, he beat me 6 times. I beat him another one, he beat me like, I'm like, God damn, can't beat this motherfucker. So, I mean, I wasn't terrible. I was like, damn. But yeah, I was addicted to that shit when I was younger, like till I was like 24. Then, and by that time, I kind of like drifted away from that shit. And then when my kids became teenagers, they would play it. But I thought that shit was boring. There's always them shooting games. Everybody running around shooting somebody. This shit boring. This shit boring.
That sounds like my brother. My brother gets mad every time I score or if I do better than him. So he's gonna get mad at the game. Then he's gonna come back later. I'm like, oh, you're done catching feelings? It's just crazy. But yeah, as we come to the end of today's show, Joby, you're too damn old for. I don't believe there's anyone who's old for games. Actually, I'm gonna.
They're not, the old guys play video games, guys. Everybody still plays. Because remember, we all grew up with video games. Video games, our generation grew up with video games, so because you never grew out of them because they were created when we were the kids. But I just grew out of them because I thought they were boring. But you got guys my age that sit around playing video games all damn day. They play that shit. Hey man, you can play some video games. Man, I don't play no video games. I kind of like just grew out of this shit. And I was an adult. It was like I was a teenager then grew up. I was a whole grown man. I think I started playing video games when I was 25. So I was a whole grown man. I wasn't like no little kid. I just stopped because I started having kids around then. I wasn't around the fellas no more playing them like I used to. But yeah, because the barracks, I didn't quit video games because I hated it. I guess I just moved on with life. I wasn't in the barracks no more with the fellas and other, a lot of women, unlike Joe, a lot of women don't like video games. So I couldn't play video games with my sorry ass ex-wife. She wasn't gonna play them. I ain't playing no video games.
I know that. But I kind of like also women. I like women friends who like video games too.
I know that's cool. I'm saying I said a lot of women don't. It's lucky if you find women that play video games with you. Most women don't play video games. Like my wife, she didn't play none of that shit. So I kind of like got away from it accidentally. I didn't like making no conscious decision. I'm gonna leave video. It just happened. And by the time my kids became a certain age, they're like, damn, these video games like real life shit now. Look at this. It wasn't like the low budget shit we grew up on, right? Now that shit was almost like real life. Like, damn, look at this shit here. There was always somebody shooting somebody, killing somebody. Like, man, this shit's stupid. But you know what I am gonna do? I might buy me a video console, see if I can go back and play that hockey game shit. That shit was fun. I still got an old, I showed you, I still got my youngest son Xbox sitting in my damn bedroom. That bitch been in for, I bought that shit like 17 years ago or some shit, just sitting there all day. I wonder if I can find some old video games from 2010, 2011 or something.
Okay. Anyway, as we come closer to wind it up, I see. Yeah, Joe's quite like games. You gotta take that. I like games, right? I like games. I've been making friends who actually can play games nowadays. I don't like boring people. Being honest, I don't like chilling around boring people. I'm gonna leave. I'd rather go to my house. I'm gonna leave. You better be doing something active. Even if I'm not gonna play, I wanna see you guys do something active. Just don't be dull. They drinking, just boring, making stories. Can you do something loud, crazy? I like it. That's why I love chilling with my neighbors here at the, just opposite the studio, like Mark, because they're always playing video games and they're fun to chill with. Fun people, always happy. I like that. I don't like dull. Don't like that. I like exciting. Yeah, but as Sijiba says, I like racing games. Me too. Oh my god, so bad. I think that's my second favorite game.
I did you like racing games too, Jim, but racing games are fun as hell too. Now those are fun as shit. I forgot the racing game. Racing games too. You get Racing games are fun as hell too. See that was real. Now the racing games, yeah, that too. And for some reason, always playing that damn Mario Brothers shit. do 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 do. And that Mario's Brothers shit. Go ahead, Joey.
Let's see. Yeah, this one we used to play a lot on a computer. I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, I love racing games too, Juba. Thank you for reminding me about that too. I also see Sepo says gaming's $1 billion industry. Nothing stupid about that. Yeah,
It
they're
is.
making
It is.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's stupid. It's a big, it's a multi-billion dollar industry. Too bad we didn't own none of it. So the own, but yeah, because everybody's gonna be getting. It's $1 billion industry. It is. But yeah, I never thought it was. I just went away from it. I never. I didn't say, oh, this is bad. I just. And I guess I just. I grew up and then grew out of it because I started having children, and I wasn't around the fellas no more. The fellas were playing video games all the time. And I was in the military. That's what we did, sit around, play video games, and talk shit, right?
Mm-hmm. I also see John was going to say, hey, Sepo, I've been watching South African movies on Netflix during the weekend. They'd be good as hell. I told you. I
Right?
told
You've been watching them. You've been watching them Tempo South African movies, Mosquito. That's what Joby be doing. Joby. I go to Netflix or YouTube. There's 1,000 South African movies on there. What's this? I said, this Joby ass right here. This Joby, this Joby ass fucking my algorithm up with this crazy shit.
Yeah, I like watching movies, man. Even this weekend I've been because I had guests. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna put something people can relate to. I'm not gonna do I'm gonna be my best behavior, put something that people can relate to, not me being selfish because I'm in my house. But yeah. As we come to the end, I want to say thank you to everyone who has been with us today. If this is the first time right here, kindly follow us and download our app on the
Much
Google
love,
Play.
family. Download the app. And, it's free. Download Black Up Fire Network. Black Up Fire Network at your Google Play Store. So every show we miss, even the ones guys that are blocked, I go back and put on private. I always download all the new shows on the app, guys. All the new shows that we do this week that you missed are always on the application. So whenever I get home on set, I always download the new shows, get rid of the old ones, and download the new ones there. So any show you miss, you can always just go on the app, and it's always on the TV form or the live station area. So whenever you miss any show, it's there.
You're crazy. It's not called Sunnywood. I don't know if they have. I don't know. Maybe people can tell us.
What's your South African movies called? Tepo? Sunnywood. He said. What did he say? Sunnywood.
That's Jiba Jaba asking if they're called Sunnywood. Since we have Nigeria, no wood.
I know they call Africana wood. You and your Africana wood movies, Tepo. You South African bastard, you. You take your Africana wood movies and keep them yourself. Give them to Joby.
Same place, right here on the Africa Today. She'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey, Tempo, do me a favor. I'm probably gonna be sending Joby them down to South Africa either the end of this year, things go end of this year, early next year. See if you got some friends that want to meet a beautiful Kenyan lady. That's not a bootlicking coon. That's not a bootlicking coon.
Yeah.
Joby might be too strong for him.
Yeah. Because I just realized I'm not ready for a relationship yet. So we'll see. We'll see.
I'm not saying no relationship. It's somebody you can meet. See. We're not seeing the South African. We're not seeing the South African that get married. God damn it.
I don't feel like entertaining also any man yet. Like deuces, just bye.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna hold you that Tempo. End of this year, early next year, I'll be sending them down to South Africa.
Much love, family.
Yeah. And Joby gets to talking crazy, Temple, deport her ass back to Kenya.
I'm so grown. I'm such a grown woman right now. Can't you see?
Joby gets to talking crazy, Temple, deport her ass to, get your ass out of South Africa.
That ain't happening. My best behavior, trust me. I didn't say I don't need a man. I just said right now, I thought I was ready to date. I'm just not ready to. I don't feel like, I just realized that, Maybe because it's not my type.
Joby's like every woman now. She not pressure. Joby controls her own life, so she don't have to be dealing with no man. She likes her a lot. And that's what these white men said. These white men said we must put women back in struggle so they'll be forced to marry people. Because they don't like women having too much freedom.
I didn't say
Joby,
that.
no, not you. I'm talking about what white men said. White men said we gotta force women to be married by taking away their opportunities and all that crazy shit.
I have a type. I've just not found my type yet. That's all.
What's up, family?
Peace.